Hi guys, and welcome to the next video, video 5 in Back to Basics, Digital Marketing for Small Businesses. So in this video, we're going to be delving into keywords and how to find the right keywords for your small business. So here's a scenario that plays out more often than you'd think. So a business owner builds a website, they write the copy themselves, they describe their services clearly, they're proud of it. And then, nothing. No traffic, no inquiries through their site, and they can't figure out why. Sometimes the problem is technical, but more often the problem is this. The words on their website are not the words their customers are typing into Google. They're using industry language, and their customers are using plain English. And that gap, that mismatch between what you call your service and what your customer searches for is the difference between being found and being invisible. So keywords are the bridge between what you offer and what people search for. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find yours. So what is a keyword? Let's be clear about this. What we mean when we say keywords. A keyword is not just a single word sometimes. A keyword is any word or phrase that someone types into a search engine. It could be 2 words, 5 words, a question, a location-based phrase. Anything typed into that box is a keyword. You'll sometimes hear the terms short tail and long tail keywords. Short tail means broad, a general term. So plumber, kitchen fitter, accountant. High search volume, very competitive, and often not very specific. Long tail means longer, so more specific phrases. Emergency plumber, Bristol, available today. Kitchen fitter for small terraced house. Accountant for self-employed freelancers, Bristol. These have lower search volume, they have less competition usually, and they're much more likely to convert because the person searching knows exactly what they want. For most small businesses, long tail keywords are where the opportunity is. You're probably not going to outrank a national brand for plumber, but emergency plumber, Exeter, available on the weekends. Now that's a winner. That's winnable. And the person searching that phrase is ready to hire someone right now. The other thing to understand is the gap between how businesses talk about themselves and how customers search for them. A boiler engineer might describe their service as central heating, system installation and maintenance. Their customer types boiler breakdown help or new boiler cost UK. Same service, completely different language. Your keywords need to reflect how your customers think, not how you think about your own business. So how do you think about keyword intent? Not all keywords are equal. And one of the most important things to understand when you're choosing which keywords to go after is intent. What is the person actually trying to do when they type that search? And there are 3 types of search intent worth knowing about. Informational intent is when the person is researching. They want to learn something. How does a combi boiler work? What is SEO? How long does a kitchen installation take? These types of searches are people not ready to buy. They're in the early stages of understanding a topic or a problem. Content that answers these questions builds awareness for your business and trust. but it converts slowly. Then there's comparison intent. So the person is weighing up their options. Best kitchen fitters in Bristol. Gas engineer versus electric heating, for instance. They know roughly what they want. They're comparing their choices and they're moving closer to a decision, and this is warm territory. Transactional intent. So this is when the person is ready to act, and their search terms slightly differ. So now it's more like emergency plumber Exeter or book kitchen fitter near me, SEO agency Bristol. They've done their research, they know what they need, and they're now looking for someone to hire. These are your most valuable keywords. So why does intent matter? Because targeting the wrong intent wastes your effort. If you're a local plumber and you rank brilliantly for what is plumbing, congratulations. You'll get a lot of students and curious people visiting your site. None of them need a plumber today. Compare that to ranking for emergency plumber Exeter. That person has a problem. They need it fixing and they're picking up the phone. Build your keyword strategy around transactional and comparison intent first. Informational content is valuable over time, but your homepage and service pages should be targeting people who are ready to buy. So how to find your keywords? Here are 3 ways to find keywords right now without paying for any tools. 1, Google Autocomplete and related searches. So open Google, start typing what your customers might search for. Don't press enter yet, just watch what Google suggests. Those suggestions are Google telling you what real people are searching for right now. They're based on actual search volume. So write these down. Now do the same search and scroll to the very bottom of the search results. There's a section called related searches, or people also search for. These are more gold. They're real phrases and they're more things to add to your list to give you an idea of those searches and for what pages to create and content to create. Do this for 5 or 10 different starting phrases and you'll have more keyword ideas than you know what to do with. 2 is Google Search Console. Now I talk about Search Console in another SEO for Beginners video that's available on the channel. And I go into 3 tools that help you build your SEO visibility and that are really useful for small businesses. If you've got Google Search Console set up for your website. If you haven't, then take a look at setting it up. It's completely free and it's relatively easy to set up. When you have this tool, it shows you the exact phrases people are using to find you. Even if they're not clicking through, those impressions tell you what's connecting. You might find searches you'd never have thought to target that are already pulling people towards you. This is the most direct keyword research you can do. And 3 is your competitors. So go to the websites of your 2 or 3 closest local competitors. Look at their page titles, what they call their pages, what appears in browser tabs, what shows up in Google results. Look at their headings. Look at the language they use to describe their services. You're not copying them. You're validating which phrases the industry is targeting and looking for gaps that they're missing. So remember the homework that you did in the previous videos, where we looked at some quick keyword research by simply typing in what your service is and whether or not you show up in Google. It's those people that are showing up in the top of search that you want to be taking notice of. So looking at their pages, looking at their service areas, seeing what they have and what you don't have on your website. And remember the persona you built in video 2. If you did that exercise, go back to it now. What did you write down for what they Google? Those phrases are keywords. What search terms did you put under Sarah's profile? Start there. The persona work you've already done is keyword research. It just needs to be formalized. So how to prioritize which keywords to go after? So by now, you probably have a fairly long list of keyword ideas. The question is, which ones do you actually focus on? Here's the honest truth about keyword volume and competition. The most searched for terms are almost always the most competitive. Plumber gets over 1 million searches a month in Google. It also has thousands of businesses, many of them large, well-established, and with years probably of SEO work behind them competing for it. A small business trying to rank for the word plumber as a standalone term is unlikely to make it onto page 1 at any time soon. But emergency plumber, Exeter, weekend, has far fewer searches and far less competition. Ranking for this is achievable, and the person searching it is highly motivated. They need someone now. So the approach for a small business is this: go specific and go local first. Target phrases that combine your service with your location. Target questions your customers are actually asking. Take the longer, more specific phrases before you attempt the short, broad ones. Think of it in 2 buckets. Quick wins. I always refer to quick wins when talking to new clients. Specific, local, lower competition terms you can realistically rank for within a few months. These should go on your service pages, your location pages, your Google business profile. Get these right first and you'll start seeing real results relatively quickly. Long-term targets. Broader, higher volume terms that are more competitive. You're not ignoring these, you're building towards them. As your domain authority grows, as you produce more content, as you collect more links and reviews, you start to compete for bigger terms too. But that takes time, and it starts with the quick wins. Aim to leave this video with a list of 10 to 15 target keywords. Mostly specific, mostly local, all reflecting what your customers actually search for. This list is your SEO foundation. So where do your keywords go? You've got your keyword list. Now what? So here's a brief preview of what's coming in the next video. Because understanding where keywords go is the bridge between keyword research and actually doing something useful with it. Your keywords need to appear in specific places on your website. Not everywhere, not crammed into every sentence until the page reads like a robot wrote it. That's called keyword stuffing, and it's not great. It actually hurts your rankings. So these days, Google is far too smart for that now. The key places are your page title, the thing that appears at the top of the browser tab and in Google search results, your main heading on the page, the first paragraph of your content, subheadings where they're naturally relevant, and your meta description. The brief summary that appears under your page title in the Google results, basically. Each page on your site should target one primary keyword. That's key. The main thing that page is about. You can support it with 2 or 3 related phrases, but one page, one primary focus. A page trying to rank for 15 different things usually ranks for none of them. We're going to cover all of this in detail in video 6. The specific on-page changes you can make yourself with no developer needed, that will make a real difference to how Google reads and ranks your pages. So the wrap up and homework. Keywords are the phrases your customers type into Google when they need someone like you. Your job is to understand the difference between how you describe your services and how your customers search for them, and then close the gap. Focus on intent, transactional and comparison keywords first. The ones that reach people who are ready to act. Go specific and go local. Quick wins before long-term targets. Use Google Autocomplete, your Search Console data, and your competitors to build your list. And tie it back to your persona. The words your ideal customer uses are your keywords. So your homework before video 6. Write down 10 search terms your ideal customer might use to find a business like yours. Include your location in at least half of them. Include at least one question format. Something starting with how, what, or how much. That list is your starting point, and it's more valuable than it might look right now. In the next video, we're taking that keyword list and putting it to work. On-page SEO. What to change on your actual website pages, where keywords go, what a good page looks like, and the checklist of things most small business websites are missing. It's practical, it's specific, and you'll be able to start making changes the same day. So subscribe to the channel to not miss it. And if you found this useful, please share it. There are a lot of business owners writing website copy in the wrong language and wondering why nobody finds them. You'd be doing them a favor by sharing this video with them. So see you in the next one. Cheers.